Okay, good morning, friends. So today we'll start the next part of that sequential circuit. Okay, already we have discussed the bistable circuit, which is mostly used in the sequential purpose. Okay, so in that we have discussed 3 points. Okay, basically 2 stable states and 1 unstable point. Okay, and if we'll start from this unstable point, then what happen? Finally, you will get either will reach here in the this stable point or this stable point. Okay, so in this point, what happen? Your inverters, back-to-back inverter, what happen? It will gradually the voltage will increase again. This will again this will increase again. This will like it's a positive feedback. So finally, either you will get it's 0 or 1 or 1 or 0 like that. So that means so any of one of the output it will be 1. That means it's a stable point. Again, either it will be 0 in the stable point. Okay, this is the unstable point. And also we have discussed how it is charging. Okay, means how the voltage at this point is developed is exponentially. Okay, so this also we have discussed. If you will connect to inverter back to back inverter, so this is nothing but a simple 1-bit memory unit. Okay, so if you'll give a back to back inverter connection, then you will get and you will start from VTH. Okay, from that unstable point, if you will give delta change voltage, then it will finally reach at this any one of the point, either VOH or VOL. Okay, and that point it will be stable. Okay, that means it will latch that value. So until and unless you will not give that VDD. Okay, so up to that point, when VDD is present, that means you will reach at that point. It is stable. You stay at that point. Okay, so the analysis, all these things is simple mathematics. You can get this analysis from the Kang book. Okay, so basically how we are getting how this change from that VTH to maximum or VTH to minimum. So how the function of this curve. Okay, in which way it is changing. So that thing actually you will see in that derivation, means it's in exponential it's changing. Okay, finally it's calculating the curve equation, how it is changing. Okay, so definitely qualitatively you can understand. So once you will, some voltage will change here positive, then this will be down, again this will be off, this will be up, means again this will be down, like that. So positive feedback will get. So that thing already we have discussed. So today, so I think it's okay. No. So today what we'll discuss the latch, RS latch. So that is NAND based latch, NOR based latch. Okay. So after that we'll discuss that master slave latch, then deep flip-flop, all these things we'll discuss. So according to your syllabus, whatever in the Kang book, so that thing today I will discuss. So in the next class, I will go more detail, okay, about this means because here you will not get much about that start setup time, delay time, propagation delay, all these things. Okay, so more or less you will get that what is the implementation symbol. So means it's a general thing. Okay, but in reality, what in industry the circuit used to modern processors or modern circuits. So that thing will not get here. Okay, so that thing you will discuss tomorrow. But today you have to know all these basic things. Okay. So here you can see. So in that back-to-back inverter, okay. Suppose this is your input out. So suppose this is 0 means it's 1. 1 means again it's 0. So this state will always be there. but it is a one bit memory unit, you can say. Okay. So it is static memory unit. So everywhere in the sequential cell this is used. Okay, but the problem is, so if you want to change, means the state, suppose it is in 0. Okay, so if you want to change this value to 1, so there is no access point. Okay, so this is connected because you are getting the output or you are giving the input, means, but you separate, there is no separate control things you have to change. Okay, so that's why, so we will not modify this. Okay, once it is 0 means always it will be 0 until and unless you will remove that VDD or ground. Okay, so that's why it's always in one state, either 0 or 1. So there is no option to modify this value. Okay, so that's why what happened to remove that difficulty. So you will go for a NOR based latch or NAND based latch. So in NOR or NAND, what happened? There are two inputs. Okay, so here inverter is one input, but that is two input. So one input we'll use for our back-to-back inverter, and another input we can use for our means controlling input, so that we can change. But whenever we will change anything in that point, so that will reflect in our output. Okay, so that is the controlling point. So actually it is so this is the first thing. So now you can see this is NOR based SR logic. Here you can see like back-to-back inverter. So here also you can do this way. Okay, so think about this is a suppose inverter. Okay, so if you connect in this way back to back, so same function you will get, but additional advantage you will get, there is a controlling input. Okay, so if you change this value, then you can modify this value or this value. Okay, but in that case you can see in this case there is no option to change the output or input. Okay, but here externally if you change this value, then you can change. Okay, so same thing you can redesign here. Okay, so same, first you know this thing, then from these two you can design this thing, and you are getting the additional advantage. There is a S or R. Okay, so though you are saying SR logic, set or reset logic. Okay, so that's why it's S and it's R. Okay, so additional inputs are there so that you can change the output. Okay, so you can change means you can read, write, whatever things you can do by changing this value. So now same thing you can see here. So same thing, but it's in different way you can design draw the circuits. Okay, so now so you can see the truth table here. So if you are giving, suppose we are assuming that Q and Q0 at starting of this point. Suppose Q1 and Q0, some value is there. Okay, either it's 0 means it's 1, or it's 0 means it's 1. Okay, so any value will get, because it's Q and Q0 means any value will get, that is complementary value, either 0 1 or 1 0. Okay, so when you will give both to 0, okay, so what happened? So assume this is, suppose Q is equal to 1. Okay, it's 0. So what happened? What is the output of this in NOR gate? This is 1 and this is 0. It's 0. Okay, so again same time you can see here 0, here 0. Okay, what you will get?
1.
See, initially it was 0 1, now also you will get 0 1. Okay, that means when you will give 0 and 0 to both inputs, okay, 0 and 0 to both inputs, so whatever previous state will, was there, so same thing you will get. Okay, there is no change if you will give 0 and 0, this value. Okay, so that's why you can see when you will give 0 and 0, so it's previous state, next state will be nothing but that previous state. Okay, whatever previously was there stored in that circuit. So now when you will go for the set means you will give 1 and you will give 0. Okay. So now same thing you can see, suppose previously it was stored 0 and 1. What happened? So 1 1, it will be 0 and it will be 0 and 0. 1 minute, I have to remove all these things. Okay, so now you can see, suppose previously it was 0, this was 1, so now I have given 1 here and 0 here. Okay, so that means I want to set. Okay, so here 1 means, so you can see here 1, so 1 1 is, it is
0 0
1 1, it's 0. Okay, okay, now what will this value?
1
So 1.
Okay, so it's 1. So next if you'll give 0 and 1, so what happen?
Zero at
So I think that this will be S and this will be R. Okay, so anyway, what happened finally? So you will get, when you will give 0 and 0, then you will get previous value, and when you will give 1 and 0, then Q will be 1 and your Q bar will be 0, and when you will be give 0 and yes, yes.
Sir, in NAND based SR logic, first one will be then the last, the below will be S. In NOR it is S.
Yeah, but that yeah, in NAND case it is opposite of that NOR case. Okay. So here suppose if we'll give 1 and 1, so what happen? You can see. So suppose any value is 0 and 1 is here. So is 1, it's 0. Okay, so that means you will get 0, and here 1 and 1. Okay, so again you will get 0. Okay, so this thing I am saying, if you will give 1 and 1, then both are going to 0 and 0. Okay, but this is invalid, so we want either it's 0 it's 1 or 1 it's 0. Okay, so this condition is not allowed. Okay, so but in NAND case, if you give 0 and 0, same thing will get, both will be 1, like that. Shatabdi, you are saying same thing, or what you are saying?
No, sir, you just said about that RS, this will be, the S will be R and the R will be S in this case. So that,
Yeah, because
sir, I was
yeah,
saying that.
actually why I am saying, because if you give S is equal to 1, your Q should be 1. Okay, because it's set, so Q should be 1. Okay, set and set, Q should be 1, or so anyway this is RS is set and reset. Okay, but in either it's NOR or NAND, so this condition, so 1 0 will come, and this condition 0 1 will become, and this condition you will get the previous value, and this condition both will be 1, so you will get means both will be same. So it's some cases it's 0 0, and in NAND cases it's 1 1, but it's invalid. Okay, because we want either 0 is 1 or 1 0 is 1. Okay, so that's why I'm saying yes. So whether it's a NAND based SR or NOR based SR, so one invalid condition you will get. Okay, and this is so this is nothing but the transistor implementation of this back-to-back NOR circuit. Okay, SR circuit. So here you can see NOR gate. No, here these two. So these two things. So these two things is work as a back-to-back inverter type. Okay, and this is the controlling input. Your S and your R. Okay, this is the controlling. Okay, so same as inverter. Okay, but extra thing is an controlling input is there. So by changing this value, we are changing the output, your states, output states. Okay, so now same thing you can see. So where is NAND? Yeah, so NAND based logic also you can see here. Okay, so again you can see, so back-to-back NAND gate is there. Okay, if you resize, means if you draw properly, then you can get in this way. So now you can see again, if you give 0 and 0. Okay, what happened? Suppose previously any value is there. Suppose 0, 1 is there initially. So when you start, suppose you will give 0 and 0. So what happened? 0 and 0. Okay, so you will get 1. And again it's 1 and 0. Okay, so again you will get 1. Okay, so when you are giving 0 and 0, so you are getting 1 and 1. So this again, this thing is invalid because it's QR means either you will get 0 and 1 or 1 0. So this is only possible things. This is though we are getting 1 and 1. So this is again invalid. Okay, so in both NOR and NAND. Okay, two invalid conditions are there. One invalid condition. Either it's in NOR cases when you are giving 1 1, so you will get 0 0, and in NAND case when you are giving 0 0, you will getting 1 1. So these two things is not possible. Okay, because we are using it's means complementary outputs. So either it's 0 it's 1 or 1 it's 0. Okay, it should not be same. Okay, so that's why in this latch, okay, in this latch, this though we are getting this type of condition, so it's not valid. Okay, and again is this latch. Another disadvantage of this latch is, so there is no enable control. Okay, so there is no enable because directly we are changing this value, but it's not synchronized. Okay, it's not synchronized means there is no clock from where it will start. Suppose in a system we want to use this circuit, so there should be a master clock. Okay, on that clock, starting of that clock edge, so everything should start. Okay, I should start or stop everything. So that this latch, whether it's NOR or NAND, okay, this NOR or NAND, now it's not synchronized. Okay, so for that, to synchronize that, we have to give another signal, that is clock signal. Okay, so how we will give that clock signal? So again we have to add another 2 NAND gates or NOR gates. Okay, or AND gates or OR gates. So to give that enable signal. Now you can see here. So this is the clocked SR. So initially what you have discussed, so that is simple latch, SR latch. Okay, now clocked SR latch. Okay, so here you can see you are giving a enable signal here, that means clock. Okay, and 2 AND gates here. So now, though you know here it's a AND gate, so if you give only any one of the input is equal to 1, then it will depend on another input. Yes or no? For AND gate, you know, suppose 2 input A and B. If one is your VDD or 1, so it will depend, the output will depend on this. If A is equal to 0, then you will get 0. If A is equal to 1, you will get 1. So this is for, remember, for AND gate. Okay. So 1 will be the enable input. Okay. So that's why if you are using AND gate here for enable, so that means when clock will be 1, okay, this circuit will enable. That means at that point, if you change S or R, then it will reflect here and previous things you will get. Yes or no? So there is a extra advantage here. So there is a enable. So initially back-to-back inverter was there. Now to get more advantage to modify the inputs, so used the SRLH by that is only that NOR or NAND. Now another control to enable that circuit. Okay, use another 2 gates, then AND gates, you see also OR gates. So for that, okay, for if AND gate you will use, then you will give 1 as enable. Okay, that means when clock is equal to 1, that means this will be on and your function will be same as that NOR initially what we have discussed. Okay. Similarly, you can see here clock is equal to 0 and clock is equal to 1. So you will get the same function, but only thing is that extra control. Okay. So similarly, you can see the circuit. Here you can see the circuit here. You can remember in combinational circuit what we have discussed. The complex circuit, complex logic. Anyone remember what are the complex logics? Two terms we are using for complex logic, complex circuit. Two things we have already said. What are the complex gates in combinational logic? Forget.
XOR XNOR.
Yeah, that is simple gate. What are the complex? XOR XNOR, that is simple. Not and or.
AOI.
Yes, AOI or OAI. Okay, and or invert or and invert. This is the complex circuits. Okay. Yes or no? We have discussed this thing. I forgot everything.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is, yeah, we can revise that thing. So and or invert or and invert. Okay. So you have to practice. A lot of circuits are there. Okay, because this is the most important question anyone can ask in your interview. What is AOI? What is OAI? Okay. So if they will give a function, so you say to draw the circuit using this AOI method or OAI. Okay. This is very, very important. So now you can see this is AND or invert. Okay. So now in this way you can easily implement means design this circuit. Yes or no? So this is AND or this is AND or and invert. This is invert. So in this way you can design this circuit. Okay. So now in AND this is clock and S, and here for this is clock and S. So these two things, okay, this is in series because it's AND and it's OR. Okay, so this Q bar will be in parallel. Okay, similarly, though it's CMOS, the opposite will get. Now see, so this is R clock. Okay, so this is anyone Q bar. Okay, these three, then opposite you will get the duality of that. Okay, easily you can draw this. If you remember that AOI or OAI. Okay. Similarly, another version NAND based also. NAND based SR circuit with active low input. Here you can see why it is active low enable. The clock is equal to active low, because you know for OR gate, so no bubble. Okay, so for OR gate, you know, if any one input of this is 0, okay, then whatever the input here, so that will come here. Okay, if it will be 0, then it will be 0. If it will be 1, it will be 1. Okay, so for OR gate, the enable signal is 0. Yes or no? So remember, for AND gate, the enable signal is 1. This is VDD. Okay, and for OR gate, the enable signal is 0. Okay, if one input of this circuit is 0 for OR gate, so it will depend upon another input. If it is 0, it's 0. It's 1, it's 1. Okay. Similarly, if you are using OR gate here, okay, so your clock should be logic low, okay, or active low, we can say. If you will give it 0 here, then it will pass this S and R. Okay. If you will put it as 1, then you will not get that thing. Okay, because it will reverse. If you will give it 0, then 1, then whatever the thing you will give here, it will same thing will not get. So for OR gate, if you give 0, then it will be transparent. So whatever you will give, that will come here. So after that, whatever we have discussed previously, the latch in using NAND. Okay, so some type of function you will get. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and also here another version of this circuit, you can use active high also for using NAND gate. Okay, so if you use active high, then so you can get similarly easily whatever things you will give SR, that will come here. Okay, if it is in NAND gate. But the problem is here, so both are same, this and this you can use same thing, but the problem is, though it is not AOI or OAI, okay, so more number of transistors you will use here. Okay, here how many transistors you will use? Is 12 transistors. Okay, so in this case you will get 12 transistors, or previous case, that is NAND means AND or invert, that is also 12 transistors. But here, so here you will use, so it's how many transistors? 16 transistors. Okay, so that's why this type of if you want active high, you use NAND, or active low and NOR, both NOR, then same type of things you will get, that latching, everything is the same. The problem is more number of transistors you use here. Okay, so that is not good. So so getting that, what are the differences for the different type of NAND or NOR, active low, active high? Okay, so these are the different versions. Okay, you can use. So, but problem is whether the transistor count is less or high, that thing you have to check.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, in this NAND based or will contain 6 transistors. Another means one NOR and one inverter to invert that NOR value. So 6 transistors and NAND will be 4. So 4
Where?
4 8.
Where?
8 plus 12 will be 20 in the
Where?
first one active loop.
Here. In this one. No,
Yes, sir.
in
Yes,
which
sir.
in which case 20? And this
Sir,
case?
for NOR it will be 4 and then one inverter to invert that NOR, so 6.
No, which circuit you are saying? This one or
Sir, active low. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
this
Sir,
one? Na?
OR gate will have 6 transistors. Yes,
Arcade.
sir.
Yes, 6. So finally, this thing is nothing but you can see these are these. These are the same number of transistors required. So you can see this and or invert. So it's 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. Total 12 transistors. So you are saying 20.
Sir, yes, sir. In this 12 transistor, but in that 20 because OR will have 6 transistors. So 2 OR, so 6 plus 6, 12, and NAND will have 4, 4, so 8. So 12 plus 8, 20.
Here, okay. So here you are saying
No,
20.
sir, active.
Here, how it is 20?
Sir, in active load, this one. Sir, or NOR will have 4. Then one inverter to invert that NOR value, then that will be an OR gate. So 6 transistors, 4 here and one inverter 2. So that will be 6 and NAND will be 4.
How it is? It's 12 actually. How it is 20? See, you will not do in this way. First you will draw or then and then invert. So here it's like this. Means yes and clock. Okay. So this is for this yes and clock will be 2. Then so this is your output. Now this is then okay. So for top one I'm saying this is S and this is clock and this is nothing but your Q bar. Okay, so this is for this part. Okay, then you will get duality. So 2 parallel, this clock and 1 series. Okay, so for
Yes, sir, now I got it.
okay, so again for this type of things again you will get. Okay, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So that's why I'm saying that OAI or OAOI. If you know this thing properly, then you can easily draw with minimum number of transistors. Okay, instead of you doing the separate things. If you do one example I have given previously, if you do separately, then number of transistors will be more. So if you do in this way, okay, so definitely you will get less number of transistors.
So SN clock will be in parallel, na?
Mm-hmm.
So SN clock will be in parallel.
What? SR clock?
SN clock in the PDA network will be in parallel, na? Or
Yeah, but it is in parallel actually. For NAND case, you can see if it will be NAND case, but yeah, it's parallel. For this, yeah, for this it will be, and though it's OR type of things, so it will be parallel and one series that Q bar like this, or you can put top S and clock. Okay, and duality you can. These two will be series and one will be that parallel.
Parallel.
Okay. So in this way, So these things are I'm not giving more means value to this, because you need know this thing, you have to practice. Okay, how to do this all this. Suppose I have given a statement, so how to draw the circuit, or I have given a circuit, how to come to that statement. So these things you need to practice. Okay, for a different type of AOI and that series or that is parallel. So all these things you know. Okay. So these things you have to practice, otherwise you will do mistakes. Okay. Yeah, same thing said. Instead of this and this, if you will go for this type of SR length, so definitely you will transistor count will be more. Okay. And you can draw transistor level circuit, you can draw and count how many transistor actually required for this. Okay. Okay, so now we have discussed what we have discussed, that is so previously we have discussed only back-to-back transistors. Okay, so now we add two things, that is RS latch, NAND based and NOR based. Again, clocked RS latch. Okay, so again that is also NAND based and NOR based. Okay, so here the disadvantage is there is no extra input to modify the state. Okay, but here extra input is there to modify the state R and S. Okay, so it depends upon this value 0 1 1 0 1 1, so you will change. But again here another thing is another control, that we have to enable the circuit by giving another control input, that is clock. Okay, so for that clock also active low, you can do active low, you can do active high. Okay, for that what are the circuit needed, you will do that. Okay, or you will put AND gate, OR gate or AND gate. Okay, so again for OR gate you will get OAI, or AND gate you will get AOI, and you can also draw the transistor levels diagram. Okay, so in these things, one disadvantage is there. Okay, though we are we are modifying by giving set or reset inputs, and you are enable the circuit by giving the clock, but one problem is there. So we are not avoid that, we are not removing that either 1 1 case in NAND gate, NOR gate, NOR latch, or 0 0 case in NAND case. Okay, so here if you are giving this value, so you are getting at the output that is 0 0. Okay, but that is invalid. And again in NAND gate, when you are giving 0 0 at the input, okay, SR, you are giving 0 0, again you are getting 1 1. So that is also. So though in one condition it's invalid, to avoid this or to remove that, so we'll go for JK flip-flop. So everything in your digital circuit, means in second year, first semester, I don't know, third semester or fourth semester. So all these things you have means you read it in your digital design subject. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what is JSR logic then? How we'll go for that JK flip-flop? So now the clock JK. Okay. So here to avoid that only conditions, means either it is in 0 0 case in NAND or 1 1 case in NOR. Okay, we are getting some problem. Okay, that output whatever we are getting, that is invalid. So for that case, so we'll move to JK latch. Okay, so in JK latch, what happened? So there is a feedback from the output to input. Okay, there is a feedback when from output to input. So in that case, what happened? So we'll avoid that condition. Okay, so that condition means whatever the output was there. So if you give that feedback, then the next case, what happen? It will toggle. Suppose it's 1 0 is there. Okay, and you will give that feedback. Then what happen? In the next, it will toggle. Yes or no? You know these things. Okay, means yes or if you give, then it's QN, QR. So if 0 0 means suppose it's 0 0. So 1 0 means it's 1 0. 0 1 means 0 1. But it's 1 1 means suppose initially this was the previous condition. It was 0 1. So it will 1 0. Okay. This will be only toggle. Whatever the previously state was there, stored state, that will toggle in this case. But in SR, in this condition, you are getting both will be same. Okay, that is the invalid condition. But we are removing that condition here in JK. Yes or no? This thing you know.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so everyone know these things. So how it is removing? Okay, because this is 1 and we are giving 1 1. Okay, so everything enable. So this value, this one and this one depends upon this value and this value. And though we are saying it's a previous value, either it's 0 or 1. Okay, if it will be 0, it will be 1, or 1, it will be 0. So definitely you will get the opposite value. Okay, so once you will get the opposite value, definitely you will get here also opposite value. Same condition at the input, you will never get this type of things. Here you will give JK is equal to 1 1, but here you will not get 1 1 or 0 0 condition. Means in which condition it's NAND means, so we will avoid that it's 0 0 condition. You will avoid that 0 0 condition. So you will not get anytime you will not get 0 0 here. Okay, you can check. So if you will get 0 0, then again it will be same. Okay, so you will give it 1 1, but it. So that's why I am saying only to remove that thing we are using this type of arrangement. Okay, so but here also some problem is there. So what are the problems you can say? Anyone can say?
So extra wise.
Yeah, come on, that extra we are
Sir, because of that toggling, we cannot get.
because of that toggling.
Sir, because of that toggling, sir, cannot get we cannot get a stored memory, so we have to use a master slave to do that.
Yeah,
Can control that master slave.
Yeah, that is the solution. Exactly, the master slave. But you should know what is the problem actually. You are saying, but it's less clarity. So due to toggling, what happened? Can you elaborate?
So the value will keep on changing continuously.
Yeah, that toggling value will change continuously.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So one term in have you read that term? Race around condition.
Yes, sir. Race around condition.
Okay. So everywhere in your even if in any even if software company also ask this question, because the very basic things they will ask. Okay, that is why we are going for from clocked RS to JK. Then if you are using JK, then what is the problem? why we are going for master slave. Okay. So that race around condition will happen. So what is that? What is the race around condition? Anyone can explain? What is the race around condition? Forgot. Okay. So you need to
Sir,
understand.
Sir,
Yes.
Yes,
uh,
if the two inputs means J and K are 1, 1, then at that point, when the clock is 1, during
Yes.
that, the value of this
it
Q
keeps
and
on
Q bar
toggling.
after, before it goes 0, again it will toggle. So we have to solve this timing problem, or
Yes. Yes.
the result will be, it will toggle between that two.
Exactly. So here, what you said is exactly absolutely correct. So what Satyajit is saying or Prachita is saying, when your clock is equal to 1, okay, and J is equal to 1, K is equal to 1, okay. So J is equal to 1, K is equal to 1. So this will depend upon this value. Okay. Suppose in the first, initially, suppose this is 0 and this is 1. Okay. So this will come to 0 and this will come to 1. Okay. It's 1, 1, 1 means all 1 is come 0. Okay. This is 0 is 1. Okay. So you will get some. So in the next state, what happened? Initially it is 0, 1. Initially, suppose Q and Q bar. Initially in the first state is 0, 1. Okay. So now again you can see, suppose the clock is 1 and again J1 K is equal to 1. What happened? Though it's feedback, so in the uh, next time, so what happened after some delay? Okay. So it will come 1 and 0. So again, what happened? Still, if you are getting giving that 1 and 1, 1 to J and K, so you will get 0, 1. Okay, that means there is a in the output there is a oscillation. Means until and unless you will remove this clock or any one of the input will be 0. Okay, then you will get this oscillation 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. Okay. But in other cases, whether J is equal to 0, K is equal to 1, or K is equal to 0, J is equal to 1, or both will be 0, you will not get this type of things. But only at this condition, okay, you will get this type of value. Okay. Suppose your clock timing is this. Okay. But this delay of this circuit is less. Suppose this is the delay. Okay. But clock is on for a long time. Then this will toggle continuously. Okay. So after one delay, what happen again? You will see that clock is equal to 1. So again it will toggle for a. So again you will see the clock is equal to 1. Again it will toggle. So these type of things will happen. That is called race around condition. Yes or no? So how to remove that? One Satyajit said that the master slave you can use. So any other way?
So we can add a NOT gate in between J and K.
Add a NOT gate in between
J and K.
The clock.
So we can use edge trigger also.
Forget about that thing. First you said that you have to use NOT gate. Okay, then can you check if you use NOT gate, what happen?
So if we will connect a NOT gate between J and K, so so when J equals 1, K will be 0, and when J equals 0, then K will be 1. So we will not.
Okay, that is the after the final stage. But here, we without any using that not get nothing. So what will the other solutions? That is for D flip-flop, we will use that not get between that.
Sir, we will make j equals to k, means short that value.
Both will be short, means one input.
Yes, sir.
Then always it will
only
be
0
one.
or 1.
No, if you will connect j is equal to k, then you will give always same input to both the NAND gates.
Yes, sir.
Hello, sir.
That yes.
Sir, if the clock on period is
Inverted.
less than the propagation delay.
Exactly. So if the clock period, okay, if the clock period, this clock period will be less than the propagation delay, okay, of this propagation delay from here to here, okay. So then you can remove this, because I said if the clock will be there, then this will be happen. If clock will be this, so what happened? Nothing. So after this clock, so means it will be 0. Okay, that means whatever the value will get the same. It will not propagate because at that time it's 0. This value 0. This value 0. It's not depends upon this again. Okay. So this we have to reduce the clock value, or we have to increase this propagation delay. Okay, so no need to increase the propagation delay intentionally. So you reduce the clock, okay, period. Okay, so it will not oscillate. So if you give that clock period less than that period, okay, that propagation delay, so definitely you will remove this. Okay. So this is the only one way by giving this thing. But the other way is using the master slave. Okay, so master slave means there is a master latch and there is slave latch. Okay, and the clock you will give, it is complementary. Suppose you will give clock here, and you will give clock bar. Okay, so in this case, what happened? Again, feedback will be there, but thing is, when clock is equal to 1, this will be on and this will be off. Okay, so whatever the things feedback means that will come to here, but it will not reflect here. Okay, similarly, when clock is equal to 0, okay, this will be on, this will be off. Clock is equal to 1, this will be on, this will be off. So at any particular time, okay, only one will be active. Okay, so that's why that race around condition, that toggling things will not happen. Okay. So that's why this is the two condition. Either you will reduce the clock period less than the propagation delay of the circuit, or use master slave latch. So I'm assuming you know all these things. Okay. So here you can see in the first case what I said. If his clock period is high, then within that time, so you will get lot of oscillations. Okay, and so that feedback will go, then it will toggle one value to next value, then next value, like that. Okay, but here you can see so suppose in this case the propagation delay, okay, the propagation delay will be means less than and that or the clock period is less than that propagation delay. Okay, so you can see here in the when clock is equal to 1, okay, when clock is equal to 1, so this will go, so it will reach, so it will not get time to toggle. Okay. In the next clock it will toggle. In the next clock again it will toggle. But in one clock it will not toggle too much time. So here we have reduced either clock period or we have increased the propagation delay. Okay. So this is the solution. So are you getting this point or not? Or should I or you have any doubt in this, that how that clock period reduce or increase of propagation delay to avoid this race around condition? So are you clearly getting this point or not? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you are not getting, please go and read these things. Okay. So now again in the master slave solution, we can say another solution. Okay. So the same feedback is there, but thing is the clock. Okay. So you can see here clock bar. Okay. So when clock is equal to 1, this part will active. Okay. So whatever the things here, so that will come to here and it will stay at this point. Okay. Or come to this because this is 0 means this part will be inactive also. So will not get here. Okay. So then when clock will be 0, that means this part will be active. Okay. Whatever the things there, it will reflect to here. So at a time, so at any particular time, both is not transparent. So both at a time, both are not connected. Means it's electrically it is it's connected, but due to that clock and the clock bar thing, this part is inactive. Okay, so it will not propagate. Whatever the signals you'll get, it will not propagate. Okay, so that's why up to the this means up to the next. Inside this point, suppose this is high, and this at this this is active, and at this point this is active. Okay, so at a particular time it is not propagate anything, though at a time one thing is active. Okay, so that's why you will not get that race around condition. Okay, but in the previous case, though it is connected, so it is continuous. Its clock is available means within that time. So depends upon the propagation delay, that will oscillate. But here that thing is not possible. So you can read these things. Okay. So now those now in all cases, whatever we have discussed till now, all the labs. Okay. So in the all previous cases, whether it's NOR, based or NAND, so clocked NOR or clocked NAND. Okay, then JK, master slave. So in the all case, number of transistors is very, very high. The most efficient solution is master slave. Okay, but here the number of transistors is very, very high. Okay, so we'll get efficient operation, we'll get its best, but the thing is now transistor count. So in this master slave, conventional type labs. Okay, so its transistor count is very, very high. Okay, so that will not go for this. So this is the actual solution. Okay, so by using this type of circuit, we will get a DLAS. That means we will give a data input and we will connect an inverter. So at a particular time, anytime you can see, if it is 0, it's 1, and it's 1, it's 0. So no 0, 0, no 1 on condition you will get. Okay, that is a simple solution. Okay, So don't go for that JK, master slave, all these things. So this is the most efficient solution. Less transistors and you will not get 1, 1 or 0, 0 conditions. So that every time you can easily get the, you can change. Either you want set or reset. Okay, these two things you know required, either set Q or reset Q. Okay, so this thing is possible. Either you will give this value, this and this. Okay, either 0, 1 or 1, 0. Our main name is that or name. In SL latch, what happens? If you are giving 0, 0, that is previous case is coming. 1, 0, that is set. 0, 1, that is reset. So these things is not required. That is also 1, 1. This is also not required. So we need these things, two things, set or reset. Means you have to, that Q should be set or reset. That is our main point. So that's why we use a inverter to simplify the circuit. Okay, so at any time you will get 1 and 0 or 0, 1. Okay, so that by doing this we can get our whatever we are required. Okay. So that's why this is the simple solution. So less number of transistors required and the optimum solution. Okay. So that's why this D flip-flop is used in the most of the circuits or most of the applications. Now, so this is the again this D latch, again it's conventional. Okay, so conventional I'm saying means you can say it's one type of thing, but it's not used. So actually, so this type of D latch, okay, the bottom one. So this is used in everywhere, in industry or modern circuits everywhere. This D latch is used. Okay, so you know whether this D latch is nothing but inverter and this is transmission gate. TG, it's inverter. Okay, so this will be used for your invert your input, and this will use for pass time. Okay, so by using these two things, so we can do also same function. Okay, whatever things we will get here, same thing we will get also here. Okay, so here you can see how it is working as a latch. Okay, so think about, suppose D is equal to 1. Okay, D is equal to 1. Okay, and clock is equal to 1 and clock bar is equal to 0. Okay, this is the thing. Now when D is equal to 1, what happened? Clock is equal to 1 and clock bar is equal to, it's 0. So at this time this transmission gate will pass or it will block?
Pass.
Okay, it will pass. That means you will get 1 here. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So you will get 1 here. Now at that time you can see this will be means on or off. Suppose this is off because clock is connected to that PMOS.
PMOS.
Okay, and this is off. Now you can see this is 1 means this is 0. Okay, it is also 1, but this is off. This thing will not come. So now you are giving 1. Okay, 1, it's 0. Okay, so now Q is equal to suppose 0. Okay, if you will connect one inverter here also, suppose you will give D, then you can get it is Q is equal to 1 also. So that thing you can add. But think here it's Q is equal to 0. Now your clock will be, suppose D is equal to 1, clock will be 0. Now clock bar is equal to 1. Okay. So these things, initial clock was 1, now clock is 0. What happened? So this will be on and this will be off. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So though this will be on, so whatever the input 1 was there, so again that will come to here. Okay, so 1 will come to 0 here, again 0 here, a 1. So that will, it's a positive feedback now. 2 inverters back to back.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So though 2 inverters are back to back, then always you will give 0. That means now you can say this is a latch. Okay. When we are giving a 0 value to the clock, that is when it's latch. Okay. So, but when that is 1, so that is the previous value. Whatever the previous value, you will get that. But once it will be 0, this will be on. So that will, in a positive end, it will stay at that point. Okay. So this is the simple latch. By using 1 transmission, 2 transmission gate and 2 inverter gate. Okay. So it's 2, 2, 2, 2 by 8 transistors. 8 transistors. So we can design a latch. Okay, and that too we can modify the value. Okay, if you change this value, then this value also change. Okay. So this latch actually everywhere this latch is used. So this also another version is there. So you can also get some other versions like. So instead of this part, so what is this? This is inverter and this is a transmission gate. Okay, suppose you are giving D, depends upon the clock or clock bar, you are getting this value. Okay, so these things also you can implement in C-square logic. C-square MOS, that is clocked CMOS. Okay, so this is just sometimes called C-square MOS or clocked CMOS. Okay, same thing, these two things we can also implement in this way. This is the input. Okay, clock bar. Okay, now you can see. So same thing we can also implement this. This is called tri-state.
Tri-state inverter.
Okay, tri-state inverter. Okay, so same name, tri-state inverter, or you can C-square MOS inverter, you can say also. Okay, clocked CMOS, C-square MOS generally we say, clocked CMOS. Remember, clocked CMOS or C-square MOS. Okay, so same thing we can also implement in this way also. Okay, so now you can see, suppose clock is equal to your 1 or clock is equal to 0. Okay, clock is equal to 0 means, so this will be on. Clock is equal to 0 means clock bar is equal to 1. So this will be on. Okay, so this is your output. So if these two will be on, so according to this input, if this is 1, then 0 will pass. If this is 0, then 1 will pass. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what I said here, suppose in this case, suppose it is D is equal to 1. Okay, it's 0. Okay, so if clock is equal to 0 and a clock bar is equal to 1, then 0 will come here. Okay, see, so if it's 1 means it's 0. So only thing, this 0 will pass to here, depends upon this clock value. Okay, means if this means NMOS on or PMOS on, so this 0 will pass to here or not? Okay, So this circuit is equivalent to this circuit also. Okay, but the problem is, the difference is this circuit somehow slower than this circuit. Okay, that TG. So this is called, okay, this is C square MOS. This is TG based circuit. So this TG based circuit is faster. Why? Because though these two transistors are connected in parallel, okay, so this is somewhat faster. But here, so it's not connected in parallel, it's series. Okay, so both will be this signal, either this signal will come to here or this signal will come to here. Okay, some capacitance will be here, some capacitance. So that's why, due to this type of circuit will be what means it is slower than this. Okay. So clear. So this is the so here the main point is, whatever things we have discussed till now, that is everything you know. Just it's a refresh. Okay. So initially that back-to-back inverter, then SR logic, then clocked SR logic, then your master slave JK, then master slave. Okay. What are the advantages? What are the disadvantages? Why we'll go for that upper versions like that? So everything was simple, basic thing, and that is also new, not used now. Okay, because lot of transistors are there. Okay, more power consumption, more area, everything is there. So that is not. So actually, this is the thing used. Okay, for any practical application, this thing is used. And again, so this thing you can use either this way, or you can use in the C square MOS version. Okay. So remember, this is the in the next class. Actually, I will discuss more detail how means the latch things from a very simple transistors to how it came to this point. So in the next class, I will discuss that, because though it's in syllabus, all the basic things that's why I have covered, but more important things is there. So I will cover more in more detail tomorrow class. And here till now you remember, so this is the your D latch, and remember the function, how it is working. And also you can, whatever I have discussed, that thing you can, so when clock is equal to 1, so this will be on and this will be off, the signal will come here, and the clock will be 0, then this will be off, this will rotate. Okay, the signal will in a positive feedback, it will be stable. Okay. So now, next thing is, by using this latch. Okay. So this is, I say it's a D latch only. Okay. So it will only give that value, that latching one value, either 0 or 1. Okay. So by using this latch, you can design the flip-flop. Okay, D flip-flops. Okay, it's a D latch. So you know what is the difference between latch and flip-flop?
So level triggered and age triggered.
Exactly. The latch is, that is level triggered. Okay, and flip-flop is age triggered. Okay, so here level triggered means when clock is equal to high. Okay, so at that point, at every high signal, so your latch will be, it will work. But age triggering means at only that age, when clock is rising edge or it's a negative falling edge, means your negative edge trigger or positive edge trigger. So you can positive edge trigger, at this trigger only that thing will be active and output will be reflected at the, means whatever the things will reflect at the output. Similarly for negative edge trigger, what will be the output, that will reflect. Okay. So this is the basic difference of latch and But why we are going for flip-flop, not latch? Because in level triggering, what happens? Suppose throughout this clock, so we are means checking our output, we are getting our output. Suppose any at any point of the clock, suppose your data, okay, your data is some glitch will be there, okay, suppose your data some glitch will be there or spike will be there due to, so that can modify your output also. Yes or no? So we will not predict always that same value at any time, because though it is it's a level triggering, that means when clock is equal to 1, you will get the output. At some point, if glitch will be there, then it will be changed. So that output will suppose connected to anywhere. Again, that will be changed. That will change the performance throughout the system. Okay. So that's why we're not. This thing is not good. So that's why we need edge trigger. Means at particular edge, what is the value? Once we'll latch that value, okay, we'll get that value, that will be throughout your means next clock, up to the next clock or rising edge, so that value will be written. Okay, there's no change. Whatever, suppose this is your clock. Okay, once suppose here data is equal to 1 means whatever the glitch, whatever things will be there. So up to this point, you will get 1. Okay, because at this point, at this clock point, if you are getting 1 means, so up to next clock, it will next rising edge, you will get 1 value. So in between, suppose the data something glitch will be there or whatever the things, so that will be not changed. Okay, so that's why edge triggered things will be there. That is a edge triggered flip flop will use for this. Okay, so edge triggered means again that master slave things we will go for that master slave inside a particular time. One first master latch will be on and slave will be off. Again, master will be off, slave will be on. Okay, so in this mode will and that is means it's like edge triggered. Okay, so this individual this latch is level triggered, but in flip flop that is edge triggered. So now this is the D flip flop. Okay, so this is the version 1 type D flip flop. Okay, so I'll discuss 3 versions. So mostly interchangeably, this is in somewhere this is used, in somewhere this is used. Another version I will show in the next page. Okay, so this is first I said this is your latch. Initially we discussed this is your latch. Okay, and this is also another latch. Okay, so this is your master latch. So this is your slave latch. Similarly, in the next version, what I said, these 2 things you can convert to a buffer, inverter, tri-state inverter. Yes or no? Because you see, so this is your output. Okay, this is connected to the inverter. Now this is your output. It's connected to inverter. Okay, and this is your things here. Okay, and the output is connected. Okay, the output is connected to this point, input of this. So clear? So first of all, you understand this latch or not? This is a latch. Okay, so by using 2 latch, we will design a flop. Okay, this is master and this is slave. Okay, So depends upon the clock. Sometimes this will on and this will off. Okay. Off means there is no transparent. There is no direct connection. Okay. This will off means this part will be, sometimes this part will be on and this will disconnect. And sometimes this will on and this will disconnect. Okay. In this way it will work. So now I can explain you the function. Okay. Suppose no. Okay. So how it is working? So in the first case, you can see, suppose D is equal to, suppose 0. Okay. And clock, you can say clock is equal to 1. Okay. So now you can say, so what happened? When D is equal to 0, clock is equal to 1. What happened? Come on.
Sir, D0 clock 1 means the first pass transistor will be on. Then
So this will be on.
that will be passed to the
Inverter.
Yes.
So then suppose this is 0, this is also 0. So this will be 1.
1.
So
1.
this will come to this. So it is 1. Then it will be 0. So this will be come to here. So at this time this is off.
Off.
Yes or no? So this is T1. This is suppose T2. Your at this condition T1 is equal to on. T2 is equal to off. Okay. So signal will flow from D to this point. Okay. So now when clock is equal to, this is clock 1. So when clock is equal to 0, what happened?
That 0 value will be latched because
Okay.
this
So now
first
first of
transistor
all,
will be
when clock is equal to 0, T1 will be
Off.
off. T2 will on. Yes or no? So now whatever the previous value was there, so that will come to this again. Okay. So now, so you will get again 0 here, 1, 1, 0. So now this value will latch, means at the output this point, so you will get always 1. Okay. So now you say it's working as a latch. When clock is equal to 0, it is working as a latch. Now same time, here you can see when clock is equal to 0, what happens?
this pass transistor will be off.
This pass transistor,
Yes.
when clock is equal to, yeah, this is actually, this one is equal to clock, this is clock bar. I forgot. This is clock bar. When clock is equal to 0, what happens? So this will be off. Yes or no? Suppose this is T3, T4. So when clock is equal, T3 is equal to off, at T4.
T3 on.
T3 on, T4 is equal to off.
T4.
So now you say this is latched at one value. So this is on means 1 will come here. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And 1 will come here means you will get 0. Yes or no?
Yes.
So 0, 0, 1, 1, 0. Okay. So whatever D you have given, now you are getting this value. Okay. So now when again clock will be 1, what happened? First, what is the value of T3? T3 what happened? T3 will be off.
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 T3 will be off and this is on. T4 is equal to on. Yes or no? So now you are getting 0 here, so that will come to. So again it will latch. Okay. So every time you will get 0. So at that particular time, if you will change this d is equal to 0 to 1, 1 to 0, whatever spike, whatever things you will get. So this will not reflect to this value because this is off. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Means at this point, this is latched. Okay. So I can say this is a means this is a positive edge trigger. That means when clock is equal to 1, so this value, okay, at that point when clock is equal to 1 or no, clock is equal to 0. When clock is equal to 0, then 0 came. So this is a negative edge trigger flip flop because when clock is equal to 0, that time it was 0 and that value will be stable until this again clock will be 0. Okay. So again when clock will be 0, then whatever the value will be there, that will pass to here. Yes or no? So this is the way the flip flop is working. Clear how flip flop is working? Whether it's
Yes,
positive edge or negative edge. Because at one time, you can say, suppose in a timing diagram, I can say this is suppose clock. And suppose this is your data. Okay. Say clock, data. D. So this is your rising edge, falling edge. So initially, when clock is equal to 1, that means this will be when clock is equal to 1. So we need the output. When clock is equal to 1, this will be on, this will be off. Okay, this will be off. Then previously whatever value is there, so that will come to this point. Okay, when clock will be up to this point. Okay, so up to this point, suppose initially the clock dot value was whatever, I don't know. Suppose up to this point. Up to this point, suppose initially it was 0, so 0 will come. So once the clock will be 0, okay, clock will be 0, so this will be on. This will be on means whatever value is there, previous last value, so that will directly pass. Okay, suppose it was 1, so that will come to 1. Okay, so 1, again when clock is equal to 1, so that will latch. That means at this point it will not change. So up to this point it will wait. Okay, suppose in the previous case, okay, and the next at this point depends upon the data. If the value is 0, because its data is equal to 1, here you can see 1. So at that point, at this point, you will come to again 1. It will go like this. Okay. So though it's a negative edge trigger, triggered flip flop. So at negative edge, it will check what is the data. Okay. What is the data value? Something. Okay, it should be that. So depends upon this data. At negative edge, it will see data 0 means, so it will come 0 up to that negative value. So then it will be 1 like this. Okay. So it always see at this clock what is the data. So it is 0. So it will be 0. So at the next negative edge, it will check its data is 1. Then it will be 1. Here again it will check the next negative edge. What is the value? Okay. So in this way the flip flop is working. So clear or not?
Yes.
Okay. So now So I'm not saying what is the startup time, hold time, propagation delay. I'll discuss in more detail in the next class. So just understand the basic function, how it is working. Okay, how latch is working, how deep flip-flop is working. Okay, whether it's a negative trigger deep flip-flop or positive trigger deep flip-flop. Okay, so that thing first understand then. So next thing, simply this is the only difference. In case of this, so in case of this, we are using this part. Okay, and rest thing is same. Okay, this and this same, and this clock, and means it will depends upon this clock. This will pass or it's block. Okay, and that also connected to this. Okay, so same thing as both are same type. Again, here also same type. So this is another version. This is also mostly used. No, most cases it is also used. And the next one is, so next one is purely C square master slave deep flip-flop. So here also you can see this is D actually. D. Okay, so here also you can see that first because some data initial inverter is there. Here you can see these two, this thing nothing but that inverter and that. Okay, and this is that top inverter. Okay, like this. Okay, and this part again your tri-state inverter plus one inverter is there. Okay, so you can see it, if you are giving data here, so you have to also use some inverter at the output also. If you are inverting using some inverter at the input, okay, before that pass gate, so you have to use also one inverter at the output. Okay, it's the similar thing. So inverter transmission gate, here one thing, and here for these two, so this is and this is one meter. Okay, same thing. Only thing you have to remember, instead of this thing, so you can use this thing. Okay, this is clock or clock bar, so it's clock. Okay, so instead of that thing, this is D, suppose this is Q, Jovio, D or Q, whatever. So input output you can say. So instead of this, you can use this. So here also, so purely it's C square MOS with all the there is no pass gate you are using here. So all the transistors are using that clocked CMOS. Okay, this is clocked part. Okay, this is clocked CMOS inverter. So these are the three versions generally used in that modern circuits, and everywhere you can see whatever the standard cells, whatever the custom cells. So you can find this type of circuit. Okay, and additionally, these things we are discussed very simple things, means only that data. Okay, that data and Q. Okay, and clock. Okay, what additional things are there in a flip-flop? Anyone can guess? You know, in digital circuit you have design registers and counters. Instead of this D, Q, clock, what other inputs are there? Come on.
Sir, in counters and registers.
Any sequential circuit means this is for your very basic.
Sir, reset, set.
Yes, set, reset, enable. Okay, these things are also there. Okay. So if you add this, then this circuit again it will be complicated. Okay. So, but without this, suppose a set reset flip flop is required. So you have to give set, reset, all these inputs. For that, your transistor will be there. Okay. So you have to again add some transistors for that circuit. Okay. So again, that will also complicate, and the delay, all this delay calculation, all this depends upon this also. Okay. So whatever the suppose you are using, that is set reset combinational circuits at the input of this, then again that whatever the delay for that will add to the circuit also. Okay. So these are the things. Okay, so for sequential circuit, these are the things actually, but we have to discuss more detail. What is the setup time? What is hold time? So just I will give a very basic things. Then tomorrow we will discuss in more details how setup time can solve. Okay, so here how I will see the setup time. Suppose just I am giving the definition. Suppose this is your clock. Okay. And suppose this is your data. Okay. Now, the setup time definition is, so setup time is the what is the means how much before the data is stable from the clock edge. Okay, the time before the clock edge. So this is suppose rising edge flip flop. Okay, so before the clock, from this clock, what is the time the data is stable? Okay, that is your setup time. So you can see so before coming to that clock, the data is stable here, means 1. This is the 1, so data is stable. Okay, so that is your setup time. That means if data will come to this point, okay, so output, the clock will not recognize it's a 1. Okay, it's not recognize it's a 1. It will recognize either a 0. Okay, so that means some time is required before the clock. The data should be stable. So that is your setup time. Okay. Similarly, after clock also, some time is required to data to be stable. So that is your hold. Okay, one is setup time, another is hold time. Okay, so setup time is the means the data is stable. So the time the data is stable before the clock. So that is your setup time, and the time data is stable after the clock edge. That is your hold time. Okay, if the data will be end here, then what happen? So you may not get the proper output. And actually we want here the output should be 1 because it's 1 at the clock, it should be 1, but due to that hold violation, okay, so you will not get the output as 1. Okay, it may be 0. Okay, that is the hold time. If that is violates, That means minimum setup. If the setup time will be less than that, your actual setup time, then violation will be there. So that is called setup violation. And also, if the time means after the clock will be less than that the whole time. Okay, so that is, in that case you will get a violation, that is hold violation. Okay, and the propagation delay, that is also called TC to Q. Okay, clock to Q, because you are giving data, also you will get its output, that is Q. Okay, so from, okay, suppose at the rising edge, we have here the value is 1, the data is 1, so that we will get at the output that should be 1. Okay, it's D flip flop means whatever the data I will get that output. Okay, data. So from this point to this point, whatever the delay, that is called propagation delay, that is TCQ C2Q. Okay, so here 3 things. One is setup time. So till now, whatever we have studied, no one will ask you a single question from that. Nor NAND, how many transistors, nothing, no one. So only they will hit this question: what is setup time, what is hold time, and what is propagation delay, how setup time coming, how hold time coming, what is the calculation, what is the maximum delay, what is the minimum delay, everything they will ask. Okay, very simple thing. You have to understand these things. Okay, so first of all, you can easily give this definition. Okay, is the time required to stable the data before the clock. So you can say this is setup time. It is the time required to stable the data after the clock. That is whole time. But this is the definition. But you have to understand which circuit, from which part this setup timing delay is coming, from which part this whole delay is coming. So that thing you have to understand. Okay, so that's why we'll discuss that thing in detail. So this is setup time, hold time, then propagation delay, that's T, C to Q. Okay, so these 3 things we'll discuss in tomorrow class. Okay, but up to that, remember, means understand what are the basics. Okay, what is there's NOR, NAND, what are the basic, why a clocked RS, why JK, why master slave, why this simplified version of D-latch, then why that tri-state, why that transmission gate type, and what are the versions, different versions. Okay, so remember this thing, and you can think also why it is, how it is. If I will give clock 1, D0, different trial, means if you can play on this, and you can also draw in your copy what is the timing diagram. Okay, so if you understood that point, then you will understood this setup and whole time also. And okay, so clear.
Yes.
Okay, so please, actually, I'll share also PPT, that is everything from that Kang. Okay, it is a ready-made PPT of that Kang book. So I also share today. So either you go through that book or that PPT or these things and video, plus please understand these things. Okay. Then tomorrow we'll discuss that.
Hello,
Yes.
sir. In the C square MOS master slave D flip flop, in the feedback like T2 transmission, T2 that is PMOS we have connected clock
Yes,
bar,
yes.
and
Yes.
in NMOS we have connected clock. So this is a tri-state buffer, I think.
Yeah, this is okay. You are saying tri-state buffer.
Yeah, because when clock is 0, so both
Clock. Okay, clock is 0 means this will be on. No, anyway, whatever the means these two will be on means whatever the things will be there, this will opposite. This is the inverter actually. Depends upon the clock value. Okay, because once these two things will on means this is a short circuit. Okay, this is a short circuit. So depends upon this value. If this is 1, this is equal to 1, so you will get 0. This is 0, you will get 1. Okay, this is inverter actually. But
Sir,
yes.
when clock is on, so both PMOS and NMOS are on.
When clock is equal to 1.
Yeah.
Clock is equal to 1 means this is short circuit.
Yeah.
Yes, short circuit.
Yeah,
Means,
it will be inverter.
yes, it will be inverter. Say anytime it's inverter because this will be on means whatever the things here that will opposite things will be because due to this 0 means it's 1 means it's 0. Okay, it's tri-state inverter.
Yes.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, I have a simple doubt, sir. In tri-state buffer, we are having 3 states, that is 0, 1, and Z. So, sir,
High impedance. Z.
0 and Z.
0, 1 and high impedance state. 0, 1 means either it's depends upon this input.
Yes,
You will get 0, 1, and when these two is off, these two is off. Okay, so that means this will not connect to either this not connect to either this. Okay, this is completely high impedance state, means you cannot say this is any value. Okay, so
sir, means output we will be getting here, that is Z, because this 2 will be off then.
yeah, Z high impedance state. Means
So then that will be affecting the circuit.
no, that will not affect.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, that will not affect. Depends upon suppose this value, so that will be there. Okay, this will not affect. Okay, so the highest priority is what is this output, so that will be there. Okay, so this will not change this value. Clear?
Yes, sir.
If this will be on, then this value change means you can change, but when this will be off, so this value depends upon this value. Okay, this one.
Yes.
That this is open completely, so this value can be anything, depends upon this. Okay, okay, we'll stop here.
Okay.
Next class is there. Okay, so next class, so we'll go detail on that timing things, setup and hold, because that are actually important. So these things are, and these are the different versions you can also. Okay, so I'll stop here. So tomorrow we'll discuss. So thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.